Trump just tweeting this morning, here's the quote, "Military solutions are now fully in place, locked and loaded, should North Korea act unwisely. Hopefully, Kim Jong-un will find another path." Peter Brookes is with us, senior fellow with the Heritage Foundation. I'm going to repeat what I think is the president's position. Here's what it seems to me. Show them we can take them, convince them we will. Have I got it right?
I agree with that. And I'm happy with what the president has been saying. It's very tough, but Stuart, it's critically important that people understand that diplomacy is strengthened when it's backed by the credible threat of military force. So we need North Korea to fundamentally understand that picking a fight with us will end badly for them. Well, we don't want to fight, but if they pick a fight with us, it's going to end badly.
Kim Jong-un has faced down, and his father and grandfather faced down other American presidents. They all had some bluster, and Kim Jong-un and his kin basically walked away from them and beat them, in fact. But you think that Trump is a very different president and that his tough stand will stick, do you?
I do. I mean, I think you have to take the president at his word. And the fact of the matter is that we have the military capability to end North Korea as it is today. We don't want to do that. It would be a terrible thing to have another Korean war on the Korean Peninsula. But we also want to deter them before they take acts like shooting missiles in the direction of Guam. Okay. That may require us to, even if it's not meant to hit Guam, it may require us to take military action, and we may even have to take retaliatory action if they miss and actually hit American territory. They need to be deterred psychologically. Deterrence is psychological, Stuart.
Okay. This from an editorial in what's called the Global Times. That's a Chinese state-run newspaper. I'm going to quote it for you. Right. China should also make clear that if North Korea launches missiles that threaten U.S. soil first, and the U.S. retaliates, China will stay neutral. On the other hand, if the U.S. and South Korea carry out strikes and try to overthrow the North Korean regime and change the political pattern on the peninsula, China will prevent them from doing so. Does that sound to you like a minor tilt of China away from North Korea?
Yes, it's very important. People should understand, your listeners should understand, that the Global Times is the mouthpiece of the Chinese government. This would not have been published if the Chinese government did not approve of it. And it shows some progress in working with China. China has said, if you start this North Korea, we're not going to be there to back you up. That is another deterrent to North Korean actions. But they also did lay out for us, as a message to us too, that if you start it first, that we're going to protect our interests on the Korean Peninsula, and that's in North Korea. So there's a lot of things going out there, but I would say, once again, this is some progress in China helping us. I would imagine these sort of messages are sent privately as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a senior Chinese official in Pyongyang right now relaying this to senior officials in Pyongyang and also North Korean officials in Beijing, where they do have an embassy. Okay.
A tough stand by the president. No response directly yet from the North Koreans. Standoff over the weekend. It's a foolish thing to suggest, but do you want to give us a forecast?
Well, what is it? Neil Bohr said prediction is hard, especially about the future, you know, the Danish physicist. But you're in that sort of business. I think that North Korea is going to understand this. We've not seen any action other than words over the last couple of days, other than the release of a Canadian hostage, a Canadian prisoner, which was good, a humanitarian gesture on the part of the North Koreans. So I think, you know, that things will be calm for a while, and I'm hoping that's the case, and that it opens doors to other opportunities, such as diplomacy, to deal with this situation.
I was uncomfortable asking that question, but I'm looking at the stock market, and it's now pointing higher. Could be the market thinks that he's been face down. Peter Brookes, thanks for being with us, sir, on a very important day.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. More on North Korea in our next hour. Pastor Robert Jeffries says God has given President Trump the authority to take out Kim Jong-un. We'll hear him.